Greetings to everyone around the world. Welcome to the pilot episode of the JP Circuit Breaker Show. The COVID-19 pandemic has caused serious threats to physical health and lives around the world. While Hong Kong has been witnessing zero local transmissions for 2 weeks and efforts paid off in countries like New Zealand and Vietnam. Here in Singapore, cases remain hundreds and circuit breaker period has been extended to the 1st of June. So here on EPiCify, we kick off our regular programming with the Circuit Breaker Show to give you a concise update on the COVID-19 situation. So it has been nearly 4 weeks since the circuit breaker period was introduced. So let's look at the chart. As you can see, the number of cases have significantly decreased. And if we look at the breakdown, most cases which amount to more than 95% are from dormitory, which are now under quarantine. Community cases which only amount to 2% here of all cases reported every day and has maintained to fewer than 20 every day for the past week. Therefore, for those who especially who are worried about the COVID-19 situation here in Singapore, don't be too desperate as the government has contained the virus well within the dormitory clusters. Now, for more details about the analysis of these statistics, CG34 will have a story we'll share with you. However, this situation shows that the dormitory environment is not satisfactory for foreign workers. Therefore, the government has announced the new facilities will be built to house migrant workers who are mildly ill or no longer infectious. Foreign workers who have been recovered from COVID-19 has also started moving on to the cruise ship. Superstar Germany, one of the several temporary options before more permanent arrangements can be made to house them. Now, Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong has also made sure that Singapore will care for the migrant workers.
To our migrant workers, let me emphasize again. We will care for you just like we care for Singaporeans. We thank you for your cooperation during this difficult period. We will look after your health, your welfare, and your livelihood. We will work with your employers to make sure that you get paid and that you can send money home. And we will help you stay in touch with friends and family.
However, recently in the Parliament, there is a backlash when Ms. Athena Ong, nominated Member of Parliament, raised a question to Ms. Josephine Teo, Minister of Manpower, on whether the government is willing to apologize for the dismal conditions and the recent COVID-19 outbreak within jobs.
Ms. Anthea Ong asked about an apology. We interact very closely with the workers themselves on a very regular basis at the dormitories and even outside the dormitories whenever our fast teams follow up on their requests and feedback. I think that what they're focused on is how we can help them to handle this present situation, not fall sick, and if they fall sick, how to take care of them, how to look after their wages being paid, how to ensure that they can send money home. These are the things that they have asked of us. I have not come across one single migrant worker himself that has demanded an apology.
Okay, the video received more dislikes than likes, as people feel that migrant workers may not be there to voice out their opinions, and this may show the unequal balance of power between migrant workers and authorities. Yet some may also raise the point that action speaks louder than words. The Ministry of Manpower and the workers would prefer concrete actions to get everyone out of despair. An apology may not serve any purpose. Now, while the number of cases have peaked and is gradually decreasing, there are still a number of unlinked cases. It seems to be very tough to make community cases to zero. In this case, the government stresses the importance to further tighten the measures to quickly break the transmission and bring down the number of community cases, and if possibly, a zero. Therefore, the government requires everyone to stay at home as much as possible. You can go out to buy food, daily essentials or exercise, but do everything alone and in your own neighborhood. Now, this period is called circuit breaker as most services were put to a halt and only essential services were allowed to operate. Recently, they have announced easing the measures due to the decreasing number of cases and the necessity for economic activities. So we'll continue with this in our next circuit breaker show. Take care.